Good morning, 5th and 6th grade. Yesterday we talked some in history about Germany, and I hope that you read all of your reading. You probably found out some things within the reading that I didn't mention, but I wanted to do just a couple of quick review slides here. Yesterday in your reading, you read a little about the Black Forest and the Bavarian Alps. Now, the Black Forest is home to stories like Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. And then here is an image of the Bavarian Alps. Also, we talked a little yesterday about some famous musicians from Germany. Bach, who was the father of modern music. You read about Handel, who wrote the Messiah. You may remember hearing it at Christmas time. And then, of course, also you have Beethoven there as well. Some famous scientists from Germany were Johann Kepler and Albert Einstein. But today we're going to shift gears just a little bit. The statement has been made that God made the world, but the Dutch made Holland. What does that mean? Well, take a look. You may remember studying the North Sea. And to the south of this sea, you have three little countries that you're going to be reading about today. One is the Netherlands, Belgium, and then the little country of Luxembourg. And you'll have to see if you can find it in your map. These countries are primarily below sea level. And so because of that, in order to be able to contain their population, they literally had to make their own land. Now I'm going to step out from behind the credenza here and show you some of the latest styles from the Netherlands or Holland. These are klompen. Klompen are wooden shoes. I'm going to lift my foot carefully so I don't fall. They're quite heavy, a bit bulky, and I must be very careful, but they were worn by Dutch farmers, probably more in older times than now, but they kept the feet of the Dutch farmers dry because there's a lot of wet, marshy land there. A few years ago, I made the comment about how I'd like to have some klompen, and one of my students, I don't know where she found them, but Kenzie Starnes, she's still a student here at Heritage, she got these for me and brought them in, so I try to wear them whenever I'm teaching about this area in Western Europe. Let's take a look. Oh, this land, it appears to be so beautiful. You have the capital, Amsterdam, and notice it's on the water, and they would be, a lot of their buildings would be on canals or waterways. Again, they're kind of rescuing their land from the water. They are known for the beautiful windmills and the variety of tulips that they produce. Here's another picture of some windmills, and these are dikes. And dikes are a type of a dam that hold back the water. And so they implement these all over the land of Holland or the Netherlands. Longing for freedom from Spain, a man by the name of William the Silent in the 1580s helped to lead the country of the Netherlands to their freedom from the Spanish Inquisition. Now, you may remember this group of people. These are the Pilgrims. And do you remember how when we studied that they actually went to Holland for a while and made their home there? And for a while it worked out, but then their children kind of began to take on the characteristics of the Dutch. They didn't necessarily want that, so they moved to the New World for freedom. Here you have a picture of the government building called The Hague. Now, their capital is, of course, Amsterdam, but this is their government building. The people of the Netherlands, they are known for their neatness and their hard work. It's one of the most densely populated countries in the world, but it doesn't appear to be that way because they're it's very important for them to keep their country clean and neat, and they believe truly that cleanliness is next to godliness. There were some great artists that came out of this land as well. I'll leave you with this image, but there's just something about those beautiful colors that excite me about spring. The windmills, now today they probably use more of an electric type of motor, but the windmills could have been used to help pump that water as well. So some interesting lands right here to the south of the North Sea. And you'll read a little bit about Belgium and Luxembourg as well. And we'll meet together again really soon to find out some more. It's good to hear from you today. I hope you have a great day.